Most people come to Fes to stay in a riad for a few nights. I came with a different question. Could one of these hidden homes become part of my life? In a city where plain walls can hide extraordinary beauty, I wanted to know what it really means to look for a riad here. Not just the dream of it, the reality of it too. I'm in Fes, one of the most atmospheric cities in Morocco, and today I'm doing something I've wanted to do for a while. Stepping inside Riads and seeing whether this dream of owning one actually makes sense. But this is not just about property, because in a city like Fes, a house is never just a house. It's architecture, history, rhythm, maintenance, access, and lifestyle all folded into one. Fes is one of those cities that does not reveal itself all at once. Behind these walls is a UNESCO-listed Medina shaped over centuries, where houses were not built to impress the street. So I'm not just asking, is this riad beautiful? I'm asking better questions. How much light reaches the courtyard? How hard is access through the Medina? What condition is the roofing? What would restoration actually take? And before any dream begins, how clear is the ownership story? From the street, many of them look quiet, even modest. But once the door opens, the whole idea changes. Space turns inward. Light falls from above. Privacy becomes part of the design. The first thing a riad teaches you is that the outside tells you almost nothing. The Medina face is often humble. The inner life is where the story lives. You read a house by light, circulation, silence, moisture, roofline, and proportions. A beautiful courtyard can still hide expensive problems. And in a place like this, charm is not the same thing as readiness. This first riad has a lot going for it. The courtyard has presence. The proportions feel balanced. The original features still carry character. But when you look beyond first impressions, you start asking different questions. How much natural light reaches the rooms? What condition is the roofing? Is the wear cosmetic or structural? How much work would it actually take to make this place function well? This is beautiful, but beauty can distract you from the expensive questions. If I'm serious, I need to think beyond the mood and into the bones of the building. So this is a makeshift bed. So I suppose this can double up as a room as well. And then here, the living room. Yeah, this is a nice door. I like this door. Okay. So living room done. Access way to the stairs. The stairs are a bit steep at the moment. Jazz the knees a little bit. Small sort of anteroom, currently used for laundry. storage. Off you go. There's one here, 2 rooms on this floor. Bathroom. Into the room. Before getting seduced by the charm, it is pertinent that you ask the following questions. How old is the structure? What has already been renovated? Any roof, plumbing, or damp issues? How easy is porter access or luggage access? What documents are already available? Into the next room. Juxtaposed window formation. This is an artist studio for now. This is a good size space which potentially you could use for another room, perhaps a library or some loungy area, especially if there's a door get into the terrace from here. Let's have a look at the terrace. One thing this process makes very clear is that buying a Riad in Fes is not only about the building. The Medina becomes part of the property. How far you walk from the nearest vehicle access point matters. How luggage arrives matters. How quiet the lane feels at night matters. What is nearby matters. In places like this, location is not just a pin on a map, it is a daily lived rhythm. And that's the part I think people underestimate. you're not just choosing rooms, you're choosing a way of moving through life. Be overwhelming initially, but just allow yourself to be immersed in the alleyways of the Medina. Don't panic, you get to it, you figure it out. A lot of shops around, as you can see. I'm not alone. People are also trying to figure it out as they walk along the alleyways. Just take it easy, one step at a time. Follow the river, as they say, and voila, you will get to your destination at some point.
That's good. Yeah. There's a little shop down there. First time. Thank you.
And this, I remember you said is more than 500 years, isn't it? The building?
More than
500 years, okay.
Because this area, some houses and the mosque, the Morocco's mosque has 1,000.
Oh wow.
And many houses, big houses, next to that house, it has 1,000.
Oh wow. So this is quite historic.
Yeah, this is more than 500. I don't know exactly.
Yeah.
But and the house you visit too, it's not it's old too.
Okay.
That old area
is old. Okay. Oh, it's good to know. And this is where the search gets interesting. One Riad might be more polished or feel less soulful. Another may have stunning details or need more work than you first imagined. One may win on layout, another on atmosphere. One may feel immediately livable, another may only make sense if you're willing to restore it patiently. This one feels more finished, but the other one had more personality. And that's the tension, isn't it? Do you buy ease or do you buy potential? Buying a Riad in Fes is not just buying square meters. You're buying into a way of moving, a way of carrying, a way of listening. In a Medina, access is lifestyle, noise is lifestyle, deliveries are lifestyle. If you cannot imagine the daily rhythm, you do not yet understand the property. This is where many buyers get seduced too early. The tiles, the arches, the romance, all of it is real, but the serious questions are less photogenic. Is the title clean? What exactly am I inheriting? How much restoration is cosmetic? And how much is structural? Can I love this place after the spreadsheet arrives? What draws me to Riad is not just the architecture, it's the idea of living inside a different relationship with space. An inward-facing home, a house built around stillness, a life shaped less by display and more by atmosphere. In a city like Fes, that feels deeply meaningful. But it also asks for honesty. Romance alone is not enough. A dream home still has to work in the real world. So after seeing these Riads, I think the real question is no longer can I buy one, it's which kind of life would I actually be buying into. Because in Fes, the dream is easy to fall in love with. The wisdom is finding the version of that dream that can genuinely be lived. And that, I think, is the true beginning of the Riad side. If you've ever dreamed of owning a home somewhere historic, tell me what matters most to you. Beauty, practicality, or the story a place carries. And if you want, I'll take you deeper into Fes in the next film.